Access to energy is so fundamental in our society. And now with the energy transition, also the energy landscape is changing really rapidly. And I guess it has to change. But with that change, it also comes with complexity. So now with sector coupling, the traditional way that we're looking at the energy industry is also changing.
Yes, they are transforming from a single focus to more multiple sources. So with new energy entering into the mix, we're not just no longer talking about companies that are focused on oil and gas or electric or renewables. This is all becoming more integrated. And that's just what we need to be able to deliver on the energy transition. I'm Kenneth Vareide, the CEO of DNV Digital Solutions. To leave a better planet behind for the next generation, we have to get people, society, organization, and technology to come together.
I'm Nina Schansby, and I'm leading the Marketing and Communications unit in DNV's business area, Digital Solutions. The energy transition is important to me because I feel that we're at the crossroad. It's about our future, it's about my children's future, and I believe that we all need to come together to accelerate the path to more sustainable energy sources.
There will be challenges. It is difficult to see and understand how the whole energy landscape will evolve, both on the supply and demand side as we work our way through the energy transition.
Yes, we saw those fluctuations recently in Europe, but sector coupling will help mitigating these variables. But we're also hearing from customers that both policies and regulations can be a hurdle in this process.
Absolutely. And DNV in our energy transition outlook has said that while policies may not be fully there, technologies are now becoming more and more ready to deliver on this promise. So let's look at both of these. Starting with the policies, there has been some very positive development recently. And one positive example of this is the Inflation Reduction Act in the US, but we also see development in Europe and also in Asia Pacific. On the technology side, we have seen in the past decade the cost curve both on wind and solar is already lower than what traditional energy sources are, so they are ready to deliver. And when it comes to storage and other more newer type of energy sources, the cost curve will head in the same direction. So we see a lot of collaboration going on across the industry sectors, and we are seeing more investments coming in and more long-term strategies being formed. And we have been collaborating across the industries for some decades now to build up the momentum and deliver on the energy transition.
So now it's what you're saying is that now it's time to jump into gear. And so when we have policies and regulations ready, that the industry is also prepared to progress on these issues.
So yeah, there are some critical foundations you need to have in place here. You need to have a common standard, a common language that everybody can understand. And just to be sort of concrete example here is when we electrify the offshore sector in the North Sea, you have different standards offshore from what you have onshore, and these two standards may not necessarily work together.
So what you're saying here is that different industries, they have different technologies and different languages. So it sort of reminds me of my drawer at home where I have all the different cables for all my different electrical devices.
And I sympathize with you because I keep a same box at home. I have cables that are more than 20 years old and I dare to throw them away. But just building on that example, just take this simple device on an iPhone. It could also be called a phone or a mobile phone. Well, one thing is the connection to it, but also the other way is how do we name this device, right? And for a computer, it may not recognize it's the same thing. So if you extend that into the industries and you are amplifying this into a more complex system, you need to have something that is very efficiently can talk to each other, understand each other. If not, you will not able to make this very efficiently. So we need this common standard, this common language, enabled to have this interoperability across the sectors.
Sounds like a big investment.
Yes, it is a big investment, and you have to get the foundation in place first. And the foundation is data, and you need to get the right quality of data. You remember a few years back, Nina, when we all talked about digital twins, right? And I think it's fair to say now, a few years later, that it has under-delivered. And what the reason has been is because we haven't had the right quality of the data.
That reminds me of another technology that is still in its infancy, but coming at us with high speed, and that is AI. What do you think about that technology, kind of given your experience with digital twins and the missing data quality?
I think there's many aspects to it, Nina. It will happen fast, but we have to be able to adopt it in a safe and secure manner. So while there's a lot of potential out there for artificial intelligence, we have to make sure that when we embed it into critical infrastructure, safety critical systems, it has to be done in a safe and secure manner.
Yeah, surely AI is not only about the technology, it's also about people and processes. I see technology as an enabler, but we need people and processes to be able to leverage that technology and deploy it. And then we're kind of the foundation here is also the way we work, the way we collaborate, the way we communicate, the way we change the way we work going forward.
Yes, it is about the people, and people are part of a larger organization. So we as an industry and we as companies, we need to come together, and we are coming together to make this happen. We are engaged in many joint industry projects that is addressing this energy transition. But this change mindset is needed for us to have better flexibility into this energy transition. And just one example of this flexibility that is needed, as we move away from more traditional gas to hydrogen, we're not talking about delivering energy in cubic feet, it's actually about how much energy is being delivered. So it's a concrete example where these changes have happened.
So this is like what you said, the twin transitions. It's about that you need to digitalize to decarbonize.
So you're absolutely right. We have to digitalize to decarbonize, but we also have to standardize.